Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Albedo. Albedo would be really upset, but he would try and help you focus on the positive things. That you still had another chance. That maybe it wasn't meant to be this time. Maybe some other time you would succeed. He told you as he held you gently in his arms, trying to stop your tears. He too was hurt by this, but he knew that any strong show of emotion could make you upset, but maybe it would also make you upset to see that he doesn't seem to care that much. So he does tell you his honest feelings. He tells you he's grieving, that you wanted this as much as you did. But just because it didn't happen this time, didn't mean that it would never will. And maybe there's a positive side to things that you just can't see right now, but you will be able to later on. He just wanted you to leave it up to time, and he was sure that you will be able to feel better and that things will go well as soon as you're patient and as soon as you keep holding on. And he will do his best to try and comfort you to the best of his ability. Venti. Venti has experienced loss before, so he's no stranger to it. However, that doesn't stop it from hurting, or making him feel like the world can be so completely unfair to the people who didn't deserve all of its unfairness. But even as an Archon, there was nothing he could do but hold you close and tell you that you did your best, that there was nothing you could do in the face of fate and destiny. And maybe it just was not going to be all for you to give birth. Maybe it was better this way. But lying to you and himself, it never fixes anything. And the two of you end up grieving for a very long time. But somewhere along the way, you too will be able to heal and find yourselves again. Tighnari. Now, Tighnari had to deal with this himself, and being the one to deal with you having to lose the baby and being your doctor personally, it left more trauma on him than anything else. So, he would be in a really tough position. He was in shock. And honestly, it felt like his heart itself was hurting from what was going on. He had to hold his dead child in his own hands, and that was more traumatizing than anything. But he knows you too went through a lot. And this time, when he holds you and tries to tell you the comforting words that he rehearsed with himself 100 times over, he just can't bring himself to look in your eyes and say them, because he knows they will fix nothing of what happened. So he can't help when the tears stream down his cheeks and he could sob, apologizing to you over and over for failing to take good care of you, for failing to prevent this, even though Coley reassured them 100 times that he has done his best and there was nothing else that he could have done to prevent this outcome. But it hurts. It hurts so much. And there's nothing he can do to stop it from hurting. Even as he holds you close and you try to reassure him over and over, it doesn't work. But you know in your heart that there was nothing better than what Tighnari had given you, and the way he took care of you so diligently. It was the best outcome that you could have had. And you thanked him for taking such good care of you and being the amazing husband that he was. There was nothing else that you could have asked of him, and he has done his best. Maybe it was not in his own hands to be able to control the outcome, and that's okay. Sometimes a person can do his best and it never works, and it seems that that was the case with your birth here. But as long as you're together, You know you'll be okay. Xiao. Xiao would honestly try to blame himself and tell you that this birth was natural just because of the mixing between the human and an Adeptus that is as cursed as himself. And honestly, you can tell why he would say that, but to you it's not valid at all. You hold him close and tell him that all of this is not true. It has been done in the past. That's why people have a dip tie sometimes. But he still tells you that you might have been the reason, that he believes that he's part of the problem, no matter how many times you try to reassure him. And then he tells you that it's okay. He doesn't want to focus on himself right now. And honestly, it was selfish of him to talk about himself in the first place when you were going through so much pain. So he tries to focus and cope by paying attention to you and taking care of you, trying to make sure that you have a good recovery, and hopefully prevent this from happening again in the future. Child. Child would be in pain, literally. This would hurt him so much and would cause him so much pain, but he would try his absolute best to conceal it from you because he doesn't want you to grieve. You're hurt, have been through a lot. You waited a lot and were so patient and hardworking, and yet nothing happened. So how must you feel? He knows he didn't do much, and even then, he feels disappointment. He feels hurt and hopeless sometimes, and he knows you must feel 10 times as horrible. That's why he holds you so gently. That's why he kisses you so tenderly and tells you that surely there are better things waiting for you in the future, just uncovered, and just waiting for you to come across them. That even though your world may be dark right now, and closing in on you, one day, the doors of the world will open again, and there will be light, there will be hope, and you won't have to be so sad again. And until then, he will protect you and take care of you, just to make sure you can see the light with your own eyes once more after this huge loss that the two of you went through.